It started as a twisted dream.
I'm going to sound like, one half of two star-crossed lovers here. Me and Joey were always destined to be in a band together. It was just kind of unsaid. In relationships I've had with females before, like, I always remember that first meeting, your eyes meet and then there's kind of electricity. And I had the same thing with you.
He is a very good songwriter, which is one of the reasons that I sort of badgered him into using the stuff he was recording and turning it into a band in the first place.
It wasn't planned on being a band. I think I would just try to take my musical career in a different direction. And I knew what I was doing. I could play the songs in my sleep. This band was forcing me to raise my game, become a better guitarist.
Jamie is the worst guitarist in the entire world.
Hurts, man. Right there. I had such a big smile on my face the first song we did.
It just sort of worked straight away, and everybody knew where they fit in.
Being in a band is like a marriage, and you just let musicians be themselves, and I think you end up creating something quite unique. Without getting too hippie about things like that, I think when you have these connections with people, it's like a little flash happens and it's kind of almost like your future unraveling. It sounds like I'm talking shit.
Stupid music played by idiots.
We were listening to friends of ours from New York called the Erotics, and they have a song called It's True, and they have a line in it where it's a shame you're just another fucking douchebag cunt. And then all of a sudden everyone will be like, oh, my wages weren't paid into my bank this month, FDCs.
Stupid music played by idiots.
No one will believe me, but I was the only one out of the four of us who wanted us to be called the FDCs. Because people might see the name and think it's some kind of egomaniacal despot in charge of the band, and they'd be right.
Fender, Ampeg, Big Muff.
has always been my dream guitar, Gunsmith, and then coupled with this Marshall head, which I think is like 1975 or something. You know what it's called? GMP.
This is my Fretking Esprit. Yeah, the only thing I'd change about this guitar, have another one for backup.
Snare, bass drum, floor tom, all the cymbals.
Gunn, Jesus!
Go ahead.
If I'm going to hit the reset button, it was time to do something different. And what is it that I haven't done before? I haven't been in a band that has had some real proper shtick. A solid, tangible image that when you see it, you're like, yeah, that's the FDCs. I took one of my favourite bands of all time, the Germs. Then I kind of thought, right, we'll mix the Germs armbands with Danko Jones. Black shirt, black jeans, every night on stage. He looks pretty smart. It's interesting, you know, where this could take us and how we may look in a couple of years' time.
Cheers, thank you very much, seriously. Ladies and gentlemen, JD, and the FDCs. JD, what the fuck? Yeah.
So I wanted to capture the magic of being a new band as soon as possible. And as soon as possible turned out to be 3 rehearsals and into the studio.
Признаться.
First off, we recorded a song called Never Gonna Stop. I really liked its rock and roll, straightforward vibe, and I thought lyrically that would be a good theme for the first song for us to bring out, because it just kind of sums up our attitude, certainly sums up my attitude after 20 years of playing music. You know, I can't see myself ever stopping doing this.
We wanted to do a video for it. We sort of banded around some ideas, decided what we were going to do. When shall we do it? Let's do it the first weekend in January. Alright, where shall we do it? Let's do it outside, in the snow.
Daz had never made a music video before, never done any acting, and he was incredible. He was like the MVP of the day. And I must give a shout out to Jess Anarchy, who played the hot Russian spy.
Basically, we didn't want to make it look like some kind of really gay scripted thing, and then for people to go, oh, look at these dicks, they take themselves really seriously, they just look like fucking idiots.
This was another conscious effort to do something in a way that I had not done before.
Here's 2 or 3 weeks, go in the studio, get all this work done, there's your deadline, that's when it's coming out. Well, there's not really any pressure on us to do that. There's no one sort of biting at our heels to try and release it or anything.
All we do is follow our instincts. We have no one breathing down our necks, and it's a beautiful way to be in a band. It really is. I want this album to be the be all and end all of my personal musical journey. I'm throwing everything into it, you know. I've co-written a song on this album with Johnny Bennell of the Swingin' Utters, who, as anyone who knows me, will testify, are my favourite band of all time. We've also got Richard Backus from Degeneration, legendary New York band. I co-wrote a song with Lee Love from the Hip Priests, and Carol Hodge, who has recently been seen touring with Crass. Laney 74 from Teenage Casket Company. You know, one of our best friends. He'll be coming down to lay something down. I feel so lucky that they at least think that much of me to, you know, give me the rub to help me out a little bit. We knew we were going to call the album Recognise right from the start. Still makes me chuckle now. That it's the name of one of our songs, and
even if we don't like it, we don't have a choice, do we?
Exactly. I don't get the bands who follow trends. I've always written from the heart. I do what feels good to me, what sounds good to me first and foremost. If he likes it, we proceed. I can tell you with 100% conviction that we are doing what feels natural, following our gut instincts, following our hearts, and putting it out there. Go burn this city down! We don't give a shit about trends or haircuts. Go burn this city down! We're not interested. Honey Badger, don't give a shit. Down.
You know when he was saying about the band name and he wanted to call it the FDCs? That was bullshit. He was like, basically we all wanted to call it the FDCs, and he was like, look, it's my band, I want my name on the front of it, I'm putting everything into this, it's got to be JD and the FDCs. Just would not take no for an answer, despite what he might tell you, because he won't admit to it because he's trying to be humble or whatever, but it's all his idea.